So, did you miss me? It's been like a hot minute since I filmed a video. Little backstory. I have 2 kids and summer vacation happened. Things they don't tell you when you're a parent is that you will go an eternity without any alone time until all your kids hit school age. And then there's this glorious freedom that you haven't tasted in what feels like a millennia. And then summer vacation happens and you relive the traumaticness that is not having any personal space. So, yeah, that's where I've been. Summer vacation with both my kids all summer long. But I'm back! I'm sure all 32 of you missed me. People are like, miss you? I don't even know who you are. Does anybody know who this girl is? Anyway, so I'm gonna just like bust right back out into this by doing something fall. Even though fall is like 3 months away. But I'm that lady that as soon as August hits, I'm like, where's the fall decor? Like I was up in Michael's the other day and I was texting and I was like, oh my god, there's fall stuff out here in Michael's, and they were like, are you rolling in it? Just roll in it. Get it all out of your system now. I actually made pumpkin bread the other day. It's August. It's Florida. It's like 99 degrees outside. And I'm all over here like, I'm in my plaid, baking my breads, burning fall smelling stuff. You know, like in my defense, okay? Walmart has just brought out all the fall smells for the season. And it kind of gets you in the mood. Plus like Target, okay, Target is where I got this shirt from, right her, is bringing out all these like really cool plaid shirts, and I'm all like, you know, I have a problem. But anyway, so today we're going to do like a mustardy yellow wing liner lashes type dealio, and I have 2 Morphe collabs that you can use with it. The only shade that doesn't come in these palettes is this, and it is by Sugar Pill, and it is the Butter Cupcake shadow. There's no other yellow like this. I will never replace another yellow. This is the yellow to use. But originally I used the Kathleen Lights palette, and I'm going to be using, or would be using, this color right here. But Jaclyn Hill just came out with a palette also from Morphe that has a very similar shade if you don't have the Kathleen Lights one because it is discontinued. This shade right here is very similar, and I mean, like, let's see, I'll swatch them for you. First one is the Kathleen Lights one. Second one is Jaclyn Hill. The main color you're going to be seeing is this color from Sugar Pill. In the fall, I tend to like to wear a lot of mustards, a lot of browns, a lot of oranges. Who are we kidding? I wear that all year long. It's like, it's a problem. I'm always like, oh yay, here comes summer. I'm gonna wear all these neon blues and hot pinks and, you know, get really tan, and I'm still over here white as a sheet of paper. And summer's almost over. And I have not worn not one neon shade. I have a problem. I'm going to be priming my face with the Urban Decay Dislike Complexion Primer. Like, I like to pretend like it's fall here and that it'll ever be anything other than like 80 million degrees with 100% humidity. My forehead by like the end of the day is glistening with like the sheen of 1,000 like mirrors. It's gross. I am just going to dot this on the face. Like, my skin is having some super issues. So That's what having your 2 kids home during the summer does to you. Anyway, I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape in light and light neutral, and I'm going to highlight my face. I'm going to use a pretty light hand with this. I'm only going to do it in these areas. I'm going to take my RCMA no color powder and I'm going to set everywhere I just highlighted. BTW. I'm going to take my Studio MAC Fix in NC20 and I'm going to set the rest of my face because like I need as much help as I can get to stay relatively matte. I'm going to now bronze and sort of slash contour using the Benefit Hula. Then I'm going to run a little bit of that on the side of the nose to bring some color back into it. I'm not like totally into the whole chiseling out your nose thing. I mean, it looks amazing on some people, but like me, every time like I do it and I get to like right about here because like I have a ball on my nose, you can totally tell that I tried to contour my nose and it looks awful on me. So I don't even try to pretend like I know how to do that. So, no thank you. I'm going to jump off camera really quick and I'm going to do my brows. Everybody has seen people do their brows 100 times. I feel like brows are a personal thing and no two people do them the same. So I'm going to go do that. So I use this pencil for my brows and it's by Winx Lux and I got it in my BoxyCharm and I love this thing. The only thing that I can say that is negative about this product is that the packaging has this gold stuff on it, like a gold pattern, and it wears off so quickly. But like all that really matters is that the shit inside works. I love it. And I will be repurchasing it. Like I said, normally I use the color that's in the Kathleen X Morphe palette, but since everybody I know has this and it has a very similar shade in it, I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette, which is this color right here. And it's not really gonna matter. This one's just a little bit more warm, where this one's just a little bit more mustard. But it really isn't gonna make a difference. Okay, so since I haven't yet, I'm gonna like set my base with just a cream colored shadow, and so this one is right here. I'm just gonna use the one in the Kathleen Lights X Morphe palette. And I'm just going to set pretty much just my brow bone and the crease. Actually, you know what? Screw it. We're just going to do it all. So from eyelid to brow bone. Now we're going to take that Butter Cupcake. I think that's what it's called. Butter Cupcake, yes. By Sugar Pill. And we are going to literally put that from crease to like mid brow bone. I'm going to use my MAC 224 to just put this everywhere in the crease. Something you guys don't know about me is that I guess you might want to like come in though, so hold on. Alright. Something you guys don't know about me is that I am pretty, I don't know, antisocial, and I only have like 2 friends. Shout out to all 2 of you. So I normally do not do like get readies with me where I talk a whole bunch because I'm not really good at it and I'm pretty awkward in the first place. Like I know like going and starting on YouTube is a pretty awkward experience to just sit in a room with nobody and literally talk to yourself. But I find it exceptionally hard for me because I just don't do well with meeting new people, and although I am exceptionally irrelevant on the internet as a whole, it's still like talking to a whole bunch of people that I have never met before in my life, and I find it extremely overwhelming. So I'm gonna try to do more like get readies with me like this. I miss old get readies with me, like where people used to sit down in their bedrooms and just talk about their day, things they find interesting, things they love. And I'm finding that a lot of people on YouTube, especially in the beauty community, are really losing touch with what made YouTube so great in the first place. I mean, I didn't find, but like I discovered beauty on YouTube in 2003, and Kathleen Lights was literally one of the first people that I ever discovered in the beauty industry. I had just purchased the Kat Von D Ladybird palette, because even then I was like, yay, orange eyeshadow! But I had just discovered her because I looked up a Ladybird tutorial, and she was one of the first people that I saw. Now, thankfully, I feel like she, in a whole, has pretty much stayed the same person, and I always think that it's great to watch her videos. Like, it's always a pleasure. But most other people, I find it's just, I don't know, everything is so flashy. Like, I'm just sitting in my bedroom, in my house, talking to a million people on the internet. Not a million, I mean, like, there's 32 of you, but, like, in case this travels. But, and I miss those days. That's why I think a lot of people came to the beauty industry, and that's why it's so big these days, because there was just so many people who loved that part of YouTube. You're going to take your Jaclyn Hill X Morphe palette, and you're going to dip it into this shade right here. And you're going to just place this with this little tiny ass pencil brush. This is from e.l.f. It is the crease brush from e.l.f. Nothing will replace this brush. Like, I love this brush because I have some like hooded ass eyes, and it puts color where I want it to, precisely where I want it to, without it like going all over the place where I don't want it to. So I'm going to just add this color into the crease. Don't even worry about how sloppily you're putting this into the crease, because it's going to get blown out anyway with a clean brush. So you just want to really make sure that you're packing on color. Okay. Now with a clean blending brush, this is a Coastal Scents BR250 brush. You're just going to blend that into the crease. Even if you want, get a little on your brush. That pukey color. You're gonna go back in with your MAC 224 with no additional product and just keep blending again. Just back and forth between the MAC 224 and the Coastal Scents brush to diffuse those colors. I'm gonna go back in with the Kathleen palette, and I'm gonna use the cream shade that I used on the whole entire lid and crease, and I'm just gonna pat that pretty much like on the center. And now I'm going to tightline. I'm going to use my Maybelline EyeStudio in Blackest Black to tightline. Just use the little brush that came with the liner. And now I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to do like my actual wing, because like you've seen me do that like a couple of times. Okay, I'm not gonna even lie, that kind of escalated really quickly. So I did my wing liner and lashes off camera. I mean, you totally could have done this with just curled your lashes and mascara and it would have been fine. But you know, I want to be extra when I go to the bus stop to pick up my kids today. Now we're gonna move on to the rest of the eye stuff. And I'm gonna use Colourpops liner in Punch. Now I'm going to use my Sigma E30 and I'm going to put it back into the Butter Cupcake shade. And I am going to just run this along the lower lash line. And all the way to the inner corner. Like all the way from side to side. Then I'm just going to go back into that pukey shade. And I'm going to just run that along the lower lash line as well with the same crease brush from Elle. I'm going to take my Rust Stack and I'm going to use the shade Rott. This is like hands down my favorite brown shadow like ever. I don't think I have another pigmented brown shadow quite like Rott. And I'm just going to dip this in the Rott shade. So it kind of looks like the liner fades into the lower lash line. You also could have used this shade from the Rust Stack. Usually, I love the Rust Stack is hands down my favorite fall palette. Can you call this palette? Of all time. This is my hands down. If I were to get rid of my whole entire makeup collection, this is the thing I would keep. The Rust Stack. The best. Now I'm just going to coat my bottom lashes with the Voluminous Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. This is supposed to be like a dupe of the Better Than Sex mascara, and I feel like it's really good, but I don't feel like it's quite there. I mean, my Better Than Sex mascara is like holy grail status. I will never replace it. It will hands down always be my favorite mascara. But I really like this too. I think they have very similar qualities, but this gets drier much faster, you know, and it gets kind of gloopy at the end of the wand. But as you can see, it does a pretty good job. Now, if you saw my blush collection, you would be like, Erica, why do you even have 10 million blushes? You literally have the same color in all your blushes. And you wouldn't be wrong. And you'd be like, why do you have so many blushes, Erica? You don't even need that many blushes. Just literally use the one blush that you ever use. Ever. Did I say that right? Anyway, this is the... This blush has quickly taken like Luminosos by Milani's Place. I absolutely love it. It is my favorite blush. I've heard people compare it to MAC Peaches. And it has literally taken over my whole entire life. Like, I love orange blush. Like, I have ton. The list is endless because it goes on and on and on and on and on down there. But anyway, this blush right here is absolutely my favorite. Like, I love it personally just because it is matte. I have a lot of sheeny blushes and I have a lot of glittery blushes, but I'm so oily that it's hard for me to really get on board with a sheeny blush. And of course they have their like purpose, like in wintertime when you aren't as greasy as you are in summer, although I am an oil slick all year long. I can't even like pretend like I'm not. They're good. But I love this blush. It is by Flower Beauty and it is called the Peach Primrose and is my jam. So I am just going to take this No Name Coastal Scents blush brush. I've had this forever and came in like a set. This is a part of the set of the first brushes that I ever got, and I think my mom got them for me before I started really going ham and becoming like balls deep in makeup. And I've kept some of those blushes, or some of those brushes, and this is one of them, and I love it. And I just kind of stipple it on my face. I think I'm gonna use an oldie but a goodie. This is Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. I like to also take these Wet n Wild crease brushes. I feel like they're the perfect highlighting brush. Hands down. It's so precise and it puts it like right where I want it. It's just, I can't. Everybody's out here with these big ass fan brushes and they're like, I can't do that. I have to have like a little tiny brush. I'm gonna just take a little bit of this on another pencil type brush and I'm just gonna pop that in my inner corner lightly for a little highlight. And for lips, I'm going to use, oh look, another Kathleen Light products. I'm going to use 0.0 from Colourpop. Okay, you can either use the Pure Hollywood liquid lipstick from Anastasia, or you can use the Amore Matte Cream in Adore from Milani. They both pretty much do the same thing. They're both like a super, super nude pink. I'm going to use the Milani because you can get it at a drugstore. Now, on most occasions when I wear lipstick, I always do this. I always do this because it makes your lips look bigger, fuller, you know, more pouty. All those things we're looking for in life. And it gives you the illusion of having like just kidding. Now that all that is done, we're gonna set our face. I'm gonna use this Project Beauty Spray Set and Go. I like to spray this up into the air and let it fall on my face because it's got like a spitty spray. It's a little heavy, so like and I like to just go over my highlight just a hair. Sponge, soak it up. Use your Jaclyn Hill palette as a base. Look, I hope you guys like it. I am totally so excited for fall. I can't even tell you, like, all my eye looks are fall. I feel so out of place in summer and I can't wait to like start cranking videos out. I try to upload at least once a week when my kids are in school. If you would like to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. And I guess I'll see you in my next video. I missed you guys. My face with the Urban Decay Dislike Complexion, and now I'm going to take my Tarte. I do that like every time. I don't know what is wrong with me, or I want to like say Tarte tape, because like Tarte tape. This pencil, and I don't. That's so very me. You guys hear that? My nose is whistling. Oh my god, I hope that hasn't been doing that like the whole entire video.